Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it is time for the rounds. We bring you the freshest and tastiest in all that brews each and every time we do a session of the rounds. That's our pledge, that's our passion, and that's what we're here for. So today on the rounds, I am bringing you the second installment of the limited batch, limited edition brews from Sam Adams. And I cannot even tell a lie. I'm super excited about all of these. Now, theoretically, you've already seen an episode for the Tasman Red, which is a red IPA. And today, we're going to step it up a notch. And we're going to take a look at the Third Voyage. Now, the Third Voyage seeks to kind of expand on the history and style of the IPA. As you know, I'm sure, IPAs were originally developed by English brewers to make it around the Horn of Africa to distribute to troops in India. Now, this draws on that, and yet defines itself just a little more so. Inspired by the great Captain James Hook, the gentleman who the Cook Islands are named after, the gentleman who is very close to Australia's heart. What they've done here is done a double IPA that comes in at 8% alcohol by volume and features 3 different variations of Cascade hops, one of America's finest hops. It features Cascade hops from Australia, from New Zealand, and, of course, from the Pacific Northwest. Additionally, it was, that's England, New Zealand, and America, not Australia. Forgive me about that one. Now, additionally, this was finished off with a bit of Simcoe hops, which, as you know, is a newer hop varietal. It's been around since about 2000, and it has made a huge impact on the beer community. Malts involved in this double IPA: Two Row, Harrington, Metcalfe, Copeland Pale Malts, Cara Malt, and Honey Malt. And I'm excited about what that Honey Malt could potentially do. So let's dive right in here and take a look. The limited edition releases from Sam Adams are being released in 22-ounce bombers. They're kind of bulky for 22-ounce bombers due to the style of the bottle, but we're not hating on that. You are going to pay a slightly stiffer price point than you're used to paying for in terms of 22-ounce bombers of Sam Adams. Typical Sam Adams bomber would run you in the neighborhood of $3. However, the limited edition releases are going to run you about $8. Additionally, at the same price point, you've got the Barrel Room series from Sam Adams, which is the New World Triple, the Stony Brook Red, the 13th Hour, and the Creek. That, however, is all moot. Absolutely gorgeous orange hue to it. Delightfully frothy head, indicating a sturdy malt backbone, of course. And what's cool about using the same hop from 3 different regions is that, ideally speaking, you should be able to get a bit of the terroir of the hop out of it. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with the term terroir, don't feel ashamed. It's actually a wino word, which, for the most part, the beer guys, we kind of shy away from, avoid that pretentious stereotype. But terroir essentially is noting that the growing region, growing conditions, and growing circumstances all have an effect on the flavor. So the mineral content in your soil, the alkalinity or softness of your water, the amount of rain you had that year, all of those things go into the term terroir, and each one plays out differently in terms of the effect it has on your product. Now, for winos, that's grapes. For beer geeks, that's obviously going to be your hops, and it will be your malt as well. Fantastic. So golden orange hue, a little bit of extra body in there, a little more body than you typically see in Sam Adams brews, which I'm thankful for. There's still a bit of malt sweetness on the nose. And you just get subtle Cascade, like, all the way through. Really, really inviting bouquet. Not over the top, not a big hot bomb. Just really, really nice. Really nice. And Sam Adams does a great job of providing balance even within, their more extreme styles. And that, I think, is the very idea of that, is to attract more people, provide that mass appeal. And that is here. They've used enough malt to really kind of balance out the hops, and yet hops are the predominant flavor, with malt just underneath all the way through. That is super enjoyable. It doesn't drink like a double IPA. Most of the double IPAs I've had. This is super enjoyable. The honey malt does a good job of kind of lightening some of that base resinous characteristic that you might get from the Cascade and Simcoe hops. Really, really light. Dangerously, dangerously drinkable. If you weren't paying attention, you could probably plow through a pint of this without batting an eye. Very, very well done. And that's, we're 2 for 3. Each time you guys see me drinking one of these limited edition releases, know it's the first time that I've had it. So it's, pretty close to a blind tasting. But just fantastically done. A light, lingering bitterness, but some of that malt sweetness does stick around. And it just works fantastically. If you guys can, get out there. Buy a bottle of this. The Tasman Red was a winner. And we're 2 for 3, people. The Griffin's Bow will be the 3rd installment, which is a golden barley wine. And that episode will be coming your way shortly. Freaking good. Damn good, actually. So yeah, for those of you in my area, if you can get there before I can, there may be a couple bottles left. Otherwise, my bad. But here's to it, guys. We'll see you over our next pint here on the rounds. Have a good one.